Okay, so now that we've linked in our architect's model on our architect's work set, which is down here, let's create our levels for our let's create our levels from the architect's drawing. So let's go to an elevation view. It can be east, north, south, it can be west. And let's take a look at what we have. And it looks like I'm going to start off with the green roof escape, hardscape. Let's go 3/8. Okay, 1/4. That's not too bad. 3/8, 1/2. Okay. So as you can see, based on that's a level, but I don't want, let's just parapet. So you want to look at your floor plan to see which one that you need. I don't need, you see this level. Yeah, I do need this level, but some of these I don't need because they are not referencing a floor plan, which is this level. Let's see what level that is. So you have to go through your architect's drawing and see which level you need to bring in. And it can be a little tricky, but you always want to go to your section view so you can see which levels you need. I don't need these three, it looks like, because they're not on any type of floor. So if I turn off, let's see, let's go to visibility, REVIT links, let's go custom and annotation. Let's turn off. See, I'm going to need the grids, and I'm going to need levels. Those two. Let's say OK and say OK. OK. And so it cleans it up a little bit, and you can see that that fixture, which is on the roof, and there's more, that's another fixture. It's a wall mounted fixture, it looks like, because the level's down here. Otherwise it would be flush with the level. So there's another level. There's levels, those are clear levels. These are clear levels. And we have 1, 2, there's a level here, level here, level. So these three levels I'm going to need, and I think this is parking. So once I've looked at this, I can see which ones I need. I don't need these three levels because I can see that they are not on anything. I'm gonna bring in this level, parapet. I think I'm gonna leave it off for now. So we have our outline for which levels we need to bring in. So let's do that. I'm going to collaborate this drawing, this file, this model, and I'm going to select the link, which is this guy, and go over and copy my levels. And what was it? Hardscape, right? So it's going to be this level. I don't want, that's a monitor, but I'm going to turn that off. Looks like it's going to be that level. I think these are going to start, is that 4 or 5? Okay, level 4. Here's another level. Another level. I'm not bringing in this level. What's that? M2, M1? M1, I'm not bringing that in because you can see there's no, it's probably has to do something with the architect's drawing. but I'm not going to use it. These three, see, this one, that level, and that level. And those are block 35, 37, and 43. And at the bottom here is parking. So I'm going to copy that level also. And after that, I'm going to finish and say stop monitoring, because I don't want to monitor the levels. If anything, the architect will tell us that we're going to change the floor height, or the ceiling height, so that's not critical. I usually don't monitor any of the architect's model, which there would be two. Could be the levels. It could be. Let's go back and let's do this. Let's go back. Nope. Collaborate. Copy monitor. Check here. Options. I think you can monitor levels, grids, columns, walls, floors. Okay, you can copy monitor all of these 5, but I usually don't. And I'm going to cancel this, go to my floor plan. Okay, and what we need to do now is bring in the levels to be part of the plumbing model, so we can start doing our work. So to do that, you need to go to View, and you go to Plan View, and these are going to be floor plan views, and these are the levels that we brought in. And if I do not duplicate existing views, which means do not duplicate, then that's this level. I think I can delete this one after I get these set up, but you have to have a level in your drawing before you do anything, if you want to do anything. So what I'm going to do is bring these over. I'm going to shift and do control, so I can bring in my parking and say okay, so it should populate over here. So that's all of them. So I'm going to start at my roof. I'm going to bring in one. Let's double click this guy. So this is going to be my roof plan. And so as you can see, it needs a bit of a work, but once you do 1 or 2, then you get the hang of it. So there's a pattern. There could be a number of things wrong, or a number of things that you have to adjust, and depending on the architect, right? So in this case, the architect has a view template. So I want to turn off this view template to none. I'm going to make it none and say okay. So now I'm going to go back for my hardscape roof plan. I'm going to go here, REVIT links, host view, and I'm going to go linked view and change this to green roof hardscape. Go to annotation. Let's go back. Go to custom, and now go to annotation and custom here, turn off here. I want my grids on. I think that's the only annotation I want on. There could be levels. Do I want levels? Yes. No, I don't want levels in my plan. I think that's all. If I have to make an adjustment, I can come back. Model categories, I want a few of these things off. Let's do all, turn everything off, and then turn everything back on. And there's a few things. And this is through trial and error. You have to look and see what works for you. So I'm going to turn on these curtain panels. I want my doors on. I don't like detail items, but if everything is not on, you can go back and check. You can always open up your architect's model and check to see what they have on. But a lot of times that's a lot of work, because it can be very detailed. So you can just kind of go through it and do your trial and error, what works, what doesn't work. Just going down. I want my floors. Do I want floors on? Let's turn them on and see what happens. Furniture systems, I don't like generic models. Hardscape, I'm gonna turn that on. Lighting fixtures, no lines. Those lines could be anything. It could be bushes, or it could be just random lines. So I don't like to use those a lot of times. This is all mechanical. Parking. Well, I'm on the roof, so I don't think that's gonna matter. Plumbing equipment, I want to turn the plumbing fixture on, not the equipment. Railings, I like to turn on railings. Rooms, I like to turn on rooms. Spaces, specialty equipment, I'll keep that off. Stairs, yeah. And last but not least, we want the walls and the windows. So I'm gonna say okay to this. And that is Snowden Architecture. This is going to be hardscape. So yes. And that is something, I think those are floors. I think that those are floors. Go back to model and type F. Floors, let's turn that off. Let's turn that off. Nope. Let's go in and see what they are. I'm gonna hover and then tab. What are they? They're rooms. Okay, so I'll turn floors back on and turn rooms off and see what happens. So this is one of the processes that you have to go through when you're setting up your drawing. It's no different than in AutoCAD. When you got your XREF or your drawings from the architect, you had to clean them up, right? And you had this routine that did it automatically, remember? No, it's no different here. You have to clean up your drawing. So I'm gonna go to my model and turn off floors, or turn on floors and turn off rooms, right? Let's go R and let's do rooms, turn that off. Say okay and see what happens. Okay. So that looks good. That looks good. I like that. Okay. I don't like the patterns. I think I'm going to turn off. Is that floors? I'm going to turn off floors. And turn off my floors. F. Because I don't like how the patterns work. Okay, that's better. These walls are filled. Let's go back. Let's go here, and we're gonna go back into our walls. W. As you can see, this pattern, I'm gonna override. We're gonna clear it and say okay, and say okay, and we are saying okay to everything. So this is my green roof hardscape. This is gonna be my roof plan, and it looks okay. I'm okay with it. Looks okay. I'm not gonna fuss about something that may need to be tweaked. It's possible the architect could come back and say that you're not showing so and so, and that's fine. But for now, this is gonna work for the plumbing department. in the mechanical department. So if the architect sees a room that's left out or a line that's left out, they can always tell us, and they can give us the category, right? These are the categories here, these model categories. We can turn those off and on. This is the plumbing category, and back here is the Revit link, and this is the Revit link category. So let's cancel and let's cancel. I think that what I can do, I can keep this. You know, I mean, you're going to name this however. At this point, you can do whatever. You know, whatever your office standard is. This is a plumbing model, so it would be P green roof. Or you can do this. You can duplicate it and rename this as plumbing roof. All right, you can do that. Or you can name this as P roof. All right, you can name it as P roof, and because you always have a backup in your floor plan, right? When you duplicate existing needs, existing views, right? I can bring this in, and it's gonna count as the second one, but it's gonna have a 1 at the end of it. See, this one. So you can duplicate it, but you don't need to. So you don't need to keep these in your architects folder. I can do this. Parking. Come back over. That's not going to give me. I want to change it to plumbing. Okay, so now it's being reassigned down to the plumbing floor plans, and I can rename it here. I don't know why. Why can't I do a group discipline? Something must be going on. Oh, okay. So these are all, they may have the architect view template, so I can grab all of these and change here to say none. And from here, I can change the discipline to go to my plumbing discipline, okay? And now we don't have the architect's discipline. We don't need the architect's discipline. And again, it depends on your office, right? So we'll go through this exercise, and the next plan would be, I'm going to go with level 5. So level 5, I think all of the architects, all of the templates are gone. So we go to level 5, go here. I'm going to go to the links again. View. We're going to go to by link view, and we're going to locate L5, go back to custom, annotate, and customize. We're going to turn off everything but the grid line. And we can duplicate the grids also, because that gives us more control, because sometimes we don't want the grid line. There's a grid bubble and a grid line, right? Associated with one grid line. That could be A, B, C, or 1, 2, or 3. And it's just better if you have your own grid line. But if the architect's grids are okay, you can just continue to use those. I have that. I think that's the only thing that's on the floor plan. And we are going to go to model. Let's do this again. Let's do it. Try it again. And we go none. And we can see that. Do I need ceiling? No. We're going to have the same setup. It's probably a way to do this as a template. And I'll show you that. These view templates over here. I'm going to do curtain panel again. Doors. Yes. The same thing. Floors. No. Generic models. Hardscape. No lines. No lighting fixtures. Parking, no. Everything looks okay. We want plumbing fixtures. We want railings. We don't want the rooms, because that's gonna bring up the filled in color. I want my no spaces. Where's my stairs? My stairs, my walls, and my windows. Okay, so there might be a template for this. I'm gonna say okay, so everything looks good. So that is level 5. I'm gonna keep this as level 5. I'm not gonna put a P in front of it. I could, but I may. And so we have we can go to our view range. It should say level 5 all the way up, and we can use this to our discretion. A lot of times on the plumbing part of level 5, you're gonna need this at least to be 8 or 9, but on the water side, you may leave it at 7'6", unless you're bringing the pipe up into the ceiling. So it depends on the floor plan. So it looks like the view range is okay. Hardscape, let's go view range. Just show you green roof, everything looks okay. Okay, and we can, from here, you can manipulate however you want. You have your floor plan. Now you can copy it. You can create call outs for it, make the view ranges for it. You can do whatever you want. You have your level, which is what the goal was, to get your level from the architect's drawing onto your plumbing model. So we have those two, and the rest is going to be the same for the 35, 37, 30, 43, and the rest of these levels. Okay, so I hope that helped, guys, and I will talk to you guys later.